Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, I am doing another Q&A video. I did my last one. I don't remember when it was. I will try to remember to link it down below. And it was kind of a long one, so I'm trying to give myself a 35 minute time limit on this one. So I'm going to get started. And I got questions from Instagram and questions from YouTube. One question came in from Instagram. Before I forget, because I didn't write it down, I just want to answer that question super quickly. It came from, I believe, Smarty Point is her name. I just saw it come across my screen earlier today. So she asked how tall I am and what my goal weight is. I am 5'5" and my goal weight is 150. Once I reach that weight, I will reassess and see how I feel, how I look, if I want to go any further. So right now I'm healthier than I have been in a very long time with the way I eat. So, you know, my exercise and all that. So I will just see what happens when I hit 150. Christy Jo Rooks asks, I'm a new sub, so I would like to know how much you have lost so far and how long did it take you? So as far as my complete journey, I have lost 90 pounds. I started, well, as far as starting really seriously, I started in late 2015 as like my last journey. I mean, I have been on a weight loss journey off and on since 2013. That's when I had gone to the doctor and I was shocked to see I was at 280 pounds. And I decided I needed to do something, so I lost a bunch of weight, but then I gained it all back, and finally in the fall of 2015, I decided I need to do something about this. I lost about 40 pounds doing things like low carb, HCG diet, things that I did not work for me long term and didn't sustain it, and I gained it all back, and then I finally lost it again, counting calories and macros, and I did that all the way up until I started seeing things about Weight Watchers, and I decided to start Weight Watchers. So I started Weight Watchers at 234.4, and I started that in end of February. I do have a 1-year update video, which I will link down below. So on Weight Watchers, I started at 234. My last weigh-in, which was last Monday, I weighed in at 190. So I have lost, 44 pounds on Weight Watchers, and that was in just a little over a year. But total, I've lost 90 pounds, and that was since fall of 2015, so about a year and a half. And I plan on, this is my last time that I am doing a weight loss journey, because I am doing it now as a journey to being healthy versus just losing weight. And I feel like because of that, this is going to be the time it's going to stay off this time, because I have a different mindset about it. Weight Watchers with Enza G. Hi, Enza. Do you think there's such a thing as too much of a good thing, like too much fruit or veggies in a day, even though they are 0 points, most veggies? Yes, but I also think it depends on the person. For me personally, I do have to watch how much fruit I eat. My body, for some reason with fruit, it is very sensitive. I notice if I eat a lot of fruit in 1 week, then I will have either I will maintain or I'll have a gain. You really have to listen to your body. That is what is so important about any kind of weight loss journey that you may be on, is you have to listen to your body. Michelle Tackett, aside from other things like exercise, bikini body, mommy, etc., that you do on your own, how do you feel that Weight Watchers has affected you? Do you think this is a lifestyle change that is livable after you hit goal? And dear Lord, you will still do videos after you hit lifetime, right? Thanks for awesome videos. Mucho appreciated. Thank you, Michelle. Your comments are always so sweet and so appreciated. And if I don't answer them all, please know that I read them. And I mean, you are always there making a comment, and it just makes me smile. So yes, Weight Watchers. The main way I think Weight Watchers has affected me, besides the weight loss, is that it puts me in such a good place in my mind. I feel like, yes, and I think it's because, yes, this is a lifestyle change. This is something I can sustain forever. And I feel like it is something that I will do forever, because it's taught me how to eat. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. As far as how it affected me, it's taught me how to eat healthy, because it is not really restricting. I don't want to say that, because you can eat whatever you want on Weight Watchers. You just have to use your points for it. But it's teaching you to pick healthier things over unhealthier things, because you get more bang for your buck. That's what I'm trying to say. So I feel like it's really taught me how to eat. It's taught me to grab for those healthier things because I can know I can have, you know, more like of this than I can of this. You know, if I want something like some kind of chocolate, I know I can only have either one little Dove chocolate or a couple squares of dark chocolate, but I can have, you know, a whole bunch of whatever. I can have I don't know. I can't even think like right now as to give an example of what goes with chocolate, because we all know when we want chocolate, but I'm just saying there's other options out there that we can teach ourselves. Even fruit, you can have some fruit instead of the chocolate, or, you know, whatnot. You can have some sugar-free Jell-O. I don't know. But yes, I feel like it's teaching me to look at those things that I normally wouldn't look at. Recipes too. I feel like now I'm making healthier choices and substitutions in recipes where, you know, I may not have always grabbed for brown rice, but now that I'm on Simply Filling, I have to eat brown rice if I want rice. And now I feel like now I know that I'm doing something better for my body by grabbing those better option foods. Yes, I think it's definitely livable. It's definitely a lifestyle change. And yes, I'm going to always do videos even when I'm in Lifetime. I feel like, you know, there's only just a few people out there that do videos, even though they've hit their goal, and there's more and more coming out, which I think is great. And I think it's definitely, you know, it's just going to be something, because I'm always going to want to live this way, so I'll always have something to share with you guys, and I feel like I'm just going to grow with everybody. And so yes, I'm going to still be out there. Living large on Lifetime. Hi, Julie. How about the typical interview questions? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. I hope I'm still at my job. I love my job now, and I feel like I hope I'm still there. And as far as my channel, hopefully it's grown a lot, and I don't ramble as much, and I do better with things and have more ideas and more content, and hopefully everybody's still watching me. Let's related to Weight Watchers or weight loss and fitness in general, what size do you think you'll be? Will you still be doing Weight Watchers? What things will you have accomplished because of your size? What will your typical diet be for a day? So as far as the diet, I just plan on eating the same as I'm eating now, just healthy. I don't plan on changing that. I still, you know, once a month we do go out to eat, so I'm not, you know, that's still going to be a factor. I feel like that's not going to change. I may grow as far as maybe trying new things and new recipes, but I feel like, you know, as far as my diet, I don't feel like it's going to change at all. What size will I be? I don't know. My size does not change. I swear, it takes me forever for my size to change. I started at 280 pounds. I was a size 24 to 26 in pants, and that was like the women's size, the plus size. And I was a 4X in shirts. Now I'm down to an extra large and a 16, just regular. I'm completely out of the plus size clothes. But that didn't happen until the last few months. I mean, I was still, as far as pants, I was still in an 18 to a plus size 18. And then as far as shirts, I was still in an extra, extra large. So it just didn't just happen until the last few months. It takes a lot for my body to change. So it's really hard to tell what size I'll be. I mean, I may be, who knows, I may only be like a size 12 at 150. I don't know. But I feel like as far as, yes, I'm going to still do Weight Watchers. Already kind of answered that. What kind of things have I accomplished because of my size? I just feel better already. I feel better in my skin. I feel like that's not going to change. I also feel like this is going to be longer than a 30-minute video. But as far as, you know, I'm not a physical person, so I'm not going to say, oh, because I'm smaller, I'm going to go hike a mountain. Even if I was a size like 4, I'm not going to go hike a mountain because I don't like physical exercise. I really don't. And that's not going to change just because I'm smaller, because even when I was smaller, I didn't go hike any mountains. I'm not you, Julie. I'm not going to go run 5 miles a day, even though it's like inside, I would think, when I watch people run, it's like, I wish I could run, but I'm so clumsy and not coordinated that even if I was small, I just don't think I would look very good running down the road. People would be like, who is she? What is she doing? And I feel like it would not benefit me because I would be doing it wrong. And I know you have to be careful when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm just not like I am this person that wants to do more physical stuff because of that. but I feel like going shopping and buying clothes already is funner. So that is one thing that'll be accomplished, is I just the feeling of going shopping for clothes is not a dread anymore. Now it's like, oh, I wonder what I can find, because I am an extra large now, so I'm not in that plus size. I can actually go look at things that I always wanted but never could have, and it had a shape to it, but the shape did not work for me, but now it does. And so those kind of things I'm going to accomplish. So other than that, I mean, I already feel more comfortable going to movies, because when I sit in the chairs, they're not, you know, I feel like now there's room around me, and it's just those little things, And just in general, being in a large group of people, I already feel comfortable. And before I didn't. Before I was like that shy person who kind of sat in the back, didn't want anybody to notice me, and I was just really shy and quiet. And now I feel like I've really come out of my shell, and I don't know if it's because of YouTube or if it's just because of the weight, or a combination of both. Laura B, what are your favorite Weight Watchers foods and meals? Any Weight Watcher tips for beginners? I know the Weight Watcher app has a ton of restaurants, but how do you go about tracking your meals when you go to places not on the app? I always worry about the points not getting counted properly when I don't have nutrition info to add in. So, my favorite Weight Watcher foods and meals. I do an empties video every month, and that kind of shows you the foods I eat. I'm going to be doing my ultimate grocery list here soon, so you'll have that. I do the 5 under 5 videos, and those all kind of talk about my favorite Weight Watchers foods and meals. So I will link the 5 under 5 playlist, plus I'm filming more today. So I will link that playlist down below, and that kind of gives you some ideas of my favorite foods and my meals that I have. As far as tips for beginners, just give it a chance, give it time. Don't give up if you're not grasping the smart points, or if you're doing Simply Feeling, if you're not getting it right away. Give it some time. Give it a good month to try. It'll work out for you. Plus plan. You need to plan your food. I truly believe that. A lot of people don't have to do that, and after a while you may not have to do it, but in the beginning, plan out your meal, plan out your week. As far as going out to eat, I actually learned this from Julie over at what's her name? Living Large on Lifetime. I always forget her channel. She looks up the menus before she goes out to eat, and typically the nutrition information tends to be on those online menus. I had no idea. Or you can look for something similar, and that's what she does as well. She's very good about, and I will link her channel down below, because Julie goes out to eat quite a bit, and she is on Lifetime, and she is amazing when it comes to eating out on Weight Watchers. She breaks down her food down to just the little bit of oil on her food. I mean, she breaks it down, and she does it very well. And that's what you need to do. You just need to kind of take it apart. But the way I do it is I do that now, thanks to her, but I tend to eat lighter throughout the day. So once a month, we go out to dinner as a family, and then once a month, me and my husband have a date night that we go out. So the way I do it is I eat a lot of 0-point foods throughout the day. So I'll have, or really low point foods. So I'll have like a yogurt, fruits and vegetables, big salads with, you know, I use like lemon juice, or just make a 1-point dressing. So that way I've only used like maybe 3 or 4 points by the time it comes to dinner. And we go out on Saturday, and my points reset on Monday. So any weeklies I use, I just do that, and then I don't do anything on Sunday. I just make sure I eat within my points, or if I'm on Simply Feeling, I just eat what I can eat on Simply Feeling and don't use any weeklies. So that's what I do, and that is, I mean, that's what I would suggest. I mean, I don't say starve yourself until dinner time, but definitely just try to stick to 0-point or very low point foods throughout the whole day up until dinner. Stacy Spencer asks, hi Stacy, how to handle temptation at the office. So you guys see, if you guys watch my daily what I ate videos, you see I just take a lot of food to work. I take a lot of healthy snacks. I take things, 0-point snacks, low point snacks, because I am about 2 or 3 feet away from our food table that doesn't have very healthy things on there. But we are working on that. We have a wellness committee that I am part of, and I am doing my best. I do a wellness newsletter that I send out as part of the wellness committee, and I am trying to do our best. All of us are, to try to get people to bring healthier things. So when there's a birthday, now we not only have the birthday cake, we have usually vegetable trays and things like that. So it used to just be only unhealthy choices, but now we try to provide a healthy choice with an unhealthy choice. And we try to put that now, and now we're trying to get that as a culture at our work. So hopefully things will change, but if not, I just bring lots of healthy foods and I just stay away from it as much as I can. Gina Pearson. Hi, Gina. She's a new subscriber. How do you feel about sharing your journey so publicly, and do you ever wish you had kept it private? While on YouTube, have you followed other diets, and what were they and the results obtained? So while on YouTube, no, I have not followed any other diets but Weight Watchers on YouTube. But I have done a lot of other diets. I do talk about that, I think, in my update video, so I will put that down below. But I did keto, low carb, HCG, slim fast, and I did lose weight with every single one of them, but never maintain it. The only thing I've ever been able to maintain a weight loss with is counting calories and macros, and then Weight Watchers. Those two are the only things that I've ever been able to maintain my loss. How do you feel about sharing your journey so publicly, and do you ever wish you had kept it private? I'm okay about it. I am just happy with it, and no, I don't wish I kept it private. And I'm starting to tell people at work know about it now. People on on my Facebook know about it now. So all my family's already known about it, and they're all very supportive. So yeah, I'm okay with it, and I don't feel like I share anything that I am not willing to share in my everyday life. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. 500-pound struggle asks, what is your ultimate dessert, and can you explain Simply Filling? Is that a holdover from Points Plus? I don't really eat dessert, so I can't really answer that. I'm just not a dessert person. I'm fine with just eating a yogurt or some fruit or a sugar-free Jell-O or popcorn. That's really my dessert. Can you explain Simply Filling? I would take a long time to explain it in this video, so I will put some links down below to the Weight Watchers website where they do explain Simply Filling and the Simply Filling food list. I always have those linked in my videos, so they are down below. I don't know if it's holdover from Points Plus because when I started Weight Watchers, it was Smart Points. As far as I know, they've always had a Simply Filling plan. I believe it was called Core before. Simple Start, Simply Filling. I'm not sure there's been other names for it. So as far as I know, Weight Watchers has always had it. I think the program has just changed over the years. But I will put links down below for you to be able to read more about it. Diva and the Divine, Brianna. She has a wonderful channel too. What are your top 5 Weight Watcher foods? What are your hobbies other than rocking your Weight Watchers meal prep? If you were given $10,000 that you had to spend on fun things for you, what would you spend it on? What YouTubers do you regularly watch? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Just trying to give you a few fun things to answer. So what are your top 5 Weight Watcher foods? So those ones, again, I'm going to refer to my 5 under 5 videos because all of those foods that I talk about in those videos are my favorite foods. I don't really have a top food. I love breakfast, so any of my breakfast foods I eat, I definitely love. But yeah, I will link all those videos down below because those are definitely all my favorite. Emar 5D, hi Irma. I think you do Weight Watchers online. Yes, I do. Would you consider meetings? I would if they would fit into my schedule, but they don't. The meetings around here are only in the evening, and I think they're around 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, which I have a couple problems with that. One is I don't want to weigh in at night because my weight at night is always, of course, a lot higher. I don't know how people do that. And 2, I just don't want to take the time away from my family to do that because we live outside of town and the meetings are in town, and it's just they start late enough where I can't just leave right from work to go. Now we're talking about trying to get a meeting at our work, so we have to find out how to do that, and that is one thing that we're thinking about doing. If that were the case, we would have it like at 5 o'clock because we close at 4:30. So if that was the case, then yes, I would consider meetings if they were at my work at an earlier time. She also asks, what is your goal weight? My goal weight is 150. I did go more into that on the first part of this video. She says, mine was too low by Weight Watchers standards, so my doctor gave me a note to give to Weight Watchers with the doctor's goal for me. Have you thought of how you're going to reward yourself when you reach goal? Enjoy your spring break. Thank you. I am. How am I going to reward myself? I haven't really thought about that. Probably just clothes, because right now I'm being very careful about any clothes I buy because I'm in between sizes and I don't like spending a lot of money on clothes that I know I'm going to not be able to wear soon. So It's kind of motivation for me not to buy clothes, knowing that once I hit certain milestones, then that's what I reward myself with, because to me it's a huge expense. I mean, I don't buy expensive clothes right now. A lot of time it's just going to Ross or even looking at Goodwill, because I refuse to buy any expensive clothes until I reach goals. So that's definitely one of my goals. And maybe an expensive purse, because I really like purses. 7 AMO. I'm one of your early subscribers. Thank you. And I've been following Smart Points for a long time. I saw how easy is the Simply Feeling program. The only issue I need to understand is when to stop. There is no stopping, as far as I'm concerned. You just do it. I mean, some people do Simply Feeling differently. That is their program of choice. That is what they do always and don't ever change it. Some people will do Simply Feeling to get out of a plateau and then they go back to Smart Points. Some people switch, they'll have a Smart Point day because of whatever, they're going out to eat or that just fits better into their day, and then they do Simply Feeling the rest of the week. Some people they'll do a couple weeks of Simply Feeling, a couple weeks of Smart Points. It's your program, your journey. You do whatever you want, whatever works for you and your body. Listen to your body, and that's how you do it. So it's not like a thing you just do and then you stop. It is a second program. It is not even a second program. It is another program of Weight Watchers. So they have the Smart Points and they have Simply Feeling. You choose whichever program works for you best and whichever one you want to do. So if you're a person that is not doing very good at tracking, Simply Feeling may be the plan for you because you don't have to track. If tracking is more discipline for you, which some people need that discipline, then they may need to track. So completely up to you. But you just not like a thing that you do for a few weeks and then you stop. You just do it, continually do it until, and I plan on doing it until it doesn't work for me anymore. And then maybe I need to go back to Smart Points for a while and see how that goes. So that's my plan. Christine 1118, love your channel. Thank you. I recently started Weight Watchers, lost 21 pounds so far. Wow, good job. Have about 100 more to go. How do you stay motivated? Also, are you a lifetime member yet? Keep on filming. I plan on keeping on filming, and no, I'm not a lifetime member yet. I am at 190 pounds, and I want to reach 150. So I still have 40 pounds to go. As far as staying motivated, honestly, you guys and my YouTube channel and my dear friends that I've met on YouTube, all the YouTubers and subscribers that have been there since the beginning, that have motivated me, and you guys inspire me. And if I didn't have, especially the other YouTubers to bounce off of, I mean, there's some of us that talk every single day. If I didn't have them to talk to, sometimes I feel like I wouldn't be able to keep going. They keep me going. It's just, I don't know. I've met some very dear people on here, and I just don't know what I would do without them. And that's, just knowing that they're there to support me, knowing that they would understand when I can get on there and I can, talk to one of them and I just, tell them, oh my gosh, I ate a whole chocolate bar. I don't know why. I'm just stressed out. Why did I do this? They understand. They get me. They get it. They understand. They're there. You guys are there. But if I didn't have those people to be there, then I don't know if I would stay motivated. So definitely a support system. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You need a support system to stay motivated. I truly believe that. My family is very supportive. They're here for me. I know I can talk to them. Now, my husband may not understand the binge eating type thing because he hasn't been there. But knowing that I have other people I can talk to about that, they're there and they've been there and they understand. So, whereas you have to have a support system for each part of your journey. So if you were a binge eater before, you need to find other people who understand that and get that and lean on them, and you support each other through that. Then you have your family to just support your everyday lifestyle. So that's the main thing. It's a support system. That's what keeps me motivated. Dixie Doodle, hi. This is from Instagram. She also subscribes to my YouTube channel, and she's very sweet. She's been around, I think, since the beginning too. Would you recommend someone switch to Simply Feeling if they haven't seen the scale move in a few weeks? Sure. I mean, mine, I waited until let's see, December 16th through March 6th. I had gained and lost the same 5 pounds. It was ridiculous. I could not break that on that barrier. So for me, I waited that long, but I think 3 weeks, a few weeks is definitely, sure, try it. Simply Filling is something that some people do, just as, like I said, it's their plan of choice. That is their plan. That's what they want to do. And so it doesn't have to be used to break a plateau, but, you know, try it. And you may be something you like to do anyway. And it may, you know, if the scale hasn't moved, that may be something that makes it move. But yeah, definitely try it out. I think that a few weeks, you know, it's like I said, it's your journey. If a few weeks is enough to make you go bonkers, then do it. You know, I know it is for me. So I'm glad I waited as long as I did to start Simply Filling so I could do it with the group of amazing ladies that I did it with. But yeah, definitely recommend Simply Filling. Tammy M. Denton asks, how did you find out information on getting started with the Simply Filling plan? So I found out about it through Jessie over at Weight Watchers with Jessie. She started doing it, and then I started doing some research on it, and then when we did the collab, we just bounced off information off of each other. But I did a lot of research online about it. There is a lot of good information on the Weight Watchers website, plus the Weight Watchers food. Those food lists will be listed down below, and then they're listed in all my videos. So you can try to get information from there, plus just do a Google search about it. There is a really good Facebook, and I believe that's linked down below as well. I'll make sure it is. It has a lot of good information on Simply Filling. There's, I think, thousands of members in this Facebook group, and it has a lot of valuable information. They have a lot of information posted that you can read, not just going through the Facebook post, but they have a lot of documents and notes that you can read. So a lot of helpful information on there. Tammy941 asks, I don't have the Weight Watchers app, so how would I know what brands or foods are Simply Filling? I have the list, but it doesn't say how to actually figure out or how to calculate if it's Simply Filling. So you just use the list. The only time you have to worry about brands, I believe that puts an asterisk on the food, and in that asterisk, those are the ones you have to look for particular brands. So as far as, you kind of need the app for that, unless you can find somebody that has the app and they can look it up for you. And maybe go read some information on that Facebook group that I was telling you about. You can do a search on there. I would highly suggest you doing a search before asking a question, because almost all your questions have probably already been answered. So you can search within a Facebook group. I had no idea until I joined this Facebook group that you could do that. So you can search, like if you're looking for particular corn tortillas, because that's been a major thing, just type in corn tortillas, and it'll bring up all the posts that have ever been on corn tortillas, and it'll tell you which brands are Simply Filling. So you don't need to calculate anything on Simply Filling. You just eat what's on the list. That's all you do. Like I said, the only thing you need to worry about are the asterisked ones, and those ones, like I said, you can probably find online somewhere or through that Facebook group. But there is no calculating. That's what's great about Simply Filling. You don't have to calculate anything. If it says you can eat whole wheat pasta, any whole wheat pasta you can eat. Any brown rice you can eat. Any fat-free refried beans you can eat. Any kind of beans you can eat. Any fat-free, cheese. Any fat-free cream cheese. It doesn't matter what brand it is. You don't calculate anything. That's on the list is what you eat. So if you have any other questions about that, Tammy, just send me, let's see, you asked this on Instagram. Just send me a direct message on Instagram, now that I know how to use that. I never even knew there was such a thing until I had like 5 of them. But send me a message on there and I can kind of talk to you more about that. Barrel171, explain what Simply Filling is compared to Smart Points. What exercise for beginners do you recommend? Your recipes, can you post them? So when I do a recipe, I do post the recipe in the description box. If for some reason I forgot any, let me know. What exercise for beginners do you recommend? Do the Walk with Leslie videos. Leslie Sansone. There are walks you can find on YouTube. Plus, I own like 4 or 5 of her different DVDs. They're really economical. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart. Worth them. They are so worth the price that you pay. If you get a workout, you just think, oh, it's just walking. Oh no, Leslie works you out. And she has, there's 1 mile, 3 mile, 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile, 5 mile. I think the most is 5 miles on her videos. highly recommend those videos. Jessica Smith, I believe is her name. She has a YouTube channel. You can find walking videos on there as well. Fitness Blender is a good YouTube channel. They're kind of boring because they have this white background, but I love their exercises, and I love the two people. It's a husband and wife that do it. I love them. They're very sweet, very nice people. They do the exercises with you, which helps you. Bikini Body Mommy is a good program, but it's, as far as for beginners, I think it's okay for beginners. You can modify the exercises, but if you're like a beginner, I would start with walking videos for sure. Explain what Simply Feeling is compared to Smart Points. Again, I will put that information down below. Kelly Shinkovich, sorry, Kelly's been around since the beginning too, and she also was a receiver of one of my bracelets. She says, hi Jess, wondering if you try Simply Feeling but still try to measure out servings, would that still allow for someone who has not done Smart Points work better, or just do the Smart Points first, then Simply Feeling later down the road? I like the meals you gals on the collab did versus having to track everything. I don't have the Weight Watchers app. You did so well last 2 weeks. Keep up all the good hard work. Thank you, Kelly. The only reason why I would say to do Smart Points first is because we all noticed, I'm going to say we, the people that did the collab, one of the things we definitely all agreed on, I believe, all of us, was that what Smart Points helped with was the portion part. And kind of we naturally knew, because on Simple Feeling, yes, you do not have to measure anything, you do not have to count anything, you do not have to portion anything out. You eat until you're satisfied, and you only eat when you're hungry. So it's, I don't know, but I think though, because we knew, because we had it in our brain, you can only have a half a cup of rice because it's going to cost you 5 points. So that's a lot of points. So you're going to eat you want to get everything out of that half a cup. So we know what a half a cup of rice looks like. So I think because maybe why we were so successful with it was because we had that knowledge to begin with. So we just didn't go full out and be like, oh, well, we can have, so our burrito bowl was 2 cups of rice because we can have it, and then we had a little bit of meat and a little bit of vegetables and all that kind of thing. No, we knew, and I'm not saying everybody used a half a cup. I probably used more than a half a cup, but I'm just saying we knew what a portion looked like, so I think we were more conscious of the portions and using portions. Now, I didn't necessarily portion things out. No, I didn't. But I don't think it could hurt you to do so. So if you don't want to do Smart Points, you just want to jump into Simply Feeling, try it. Try it for a couple weeks. See how it works for you. Maybe you should, just stick to the serving size on the box. But the main thing about Simply Feeling, though, is learning your body and listening to your hunger cues. So you don't just eat breakfast because it's breakfast time. Now I've gotten to where sometimes I just take my breakfast with me to work, because before it was like, okay, I ate breakfast because it's breakfast time. I don't know when I'm going to get my next meal. I have to plan everything out because it's Smart Points, and I need to do this and this and eat my points throughout the day and that kind of thing. Now with Simply Feeling, it's like I have so many more choices I could have, so it's easier for me just to portable, I can bring things with me to wherever I'm going and eat it. Plus, then you just stop when you're full. Not full. Stop when you're satisfied, not when you're full. I don't know. It's such a different mindset than Smart Points. So all I can say is just try it. If it doesn't work for you, you should know in the first week or two if it's going to work for you. So you might just try it and see. But I don't know. I just recommend Smart Points first. I really do. I don't recommend jumping feet first into Simply Feeling. Some people may disagree, but that's just my experience. I think was so successful because I do have the Smart Point background and knowledge to go along with it. Plus the planning also, because for me, I planned with Smart Points. Some people didn't, but I did. So that helped me with my planning for Simply Feeling. So hopefully that made sense. Kelly, just send me a message and we can talk more. The Fit and Fabulous Mama. Hi, Kim. What has been your favorite NSV? Also, what is your guilty pleasure? So, my favorite NSV definitely was the recent one, where when I walked into the store, I automatically, when I was buying some clothes, walked into a clothing store, I automatically went over to the plus size clothes. And then as I was looking through stuff, I'm like, what am I doing? I am not plus size anymore. But that's where I automatically went. And then I had no idea where the non-plus size clothes were. I was in Ross, And I was literally walking around, you know how Ross has those signs hanging down that say, you know, where they are. My husband's like looking, he's like, what are you doing? Because he was going to head over to the men's side and look at some shoes. And I'm there looking around, he goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know where to go. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know where to go? I'm like, I don't know where my size is anymore because I'm not in this section anymore. I'm not, I think they call it Women's World and Ross. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, so then he goes, for him, it was like, crazy lady, what does it matter, you know? So he goes off to look at the shoes. Meanwhile, I am just like ecstatic, looking in the sky, looking for, you know, misses. It's like, and even juniors, I can even wear some junior clothes. So I'm sitting there, it just made me so happy. And then the second part of that NSV was I had like 6 items, and they were all shirts and 1 skirt, and I go to try them on, and I come out and I bought 4 of them. 2 of the things I didn't get, and my husband's like, oh, they didn't fit. And I said, oh no, they all fit. They all fit. I put them back because the skirt was just ugly once it was on, and the one shirt had this weird cut to it. And but that was probably the very first time in my life that I bought something, or at least in my recent life, that I did not buy something because it didn't fit. And definitely the first time that I went to the wrong section and was pleasantly went to the wrong section, because normally it would have been the other way around where you couldn't fit anything other one, you had to do a size up. So definitely my favorite NSV. I was so excited about it. I still, as you can see, I'm still glowing from it because that was definitely my favorite thing. Kim Gets Fit. Hi Kim. Did you struggle with your weight as a kid and teen? Now, I felt like I did, but looking back now, I didn't. So it's funny because I always felt like I was the biggest one of my friends, which I think I was. But, and it really didn't hit me until years later. My parents had a couple house fires after I moved out of the house. I moved out at a very young age, and after I moved out, they had 2 fires at 2 different houses, 2 or 3 fires. They've had some bad luck with fires in their life. And after the last one, she had brought me some of my stuff, and I had some jeans in there, and there's some jeans in there that were from high school, and this is about probably 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and they were a size 10, and I was thinking, my gosh, I was a size 10, and even like thinking back now to before I got pregnant with my son, with my oldest, I was 130 pounds when I got pregnant with him. And I found like his old baby book, and you know, one of the things in the baby book, I kept track of my weight that I gained through the pregnancy, which I gained 80 pounds with him, and that was like the beginning of the end, you know, where I never got that small again. So when I saw I was 130 pounds, I'm like, I wasn't overweight, but I always felt like the biggest one of my friends, and like I said, I was, but I don't know. So really, no, I don't think I really struggled with it. I think I was like I said, I was bigger. I don't know. If 130 pounds, 5'5", I would love to be that now. So I think I was hard on myself though when I was younger, because like I said, I felt bigger than all my friends. But I really didn't gain weight until I got pregnant with my first one, with my oldest son. And that was 25. He'll be 25 in May. Steph 132 asks, what is your Fitbit address so I can add you? Just got one for my birthday. Yay, good for you. My Fitbit address is down and below in my description box. I believe it's my email, but I'm not sure which email, so it's down there below. Number 2, what was your diet like before you started your journey? I always think how disciplined you are. It's such an inspiration to me as I'm just starting out. I had a very bad diet. It was a diet of lots of fast food, lots of soda. I drank full sugar sodas all the time. I drank full fat coffees. I drank a ton of Starbucks coffees, always white chocolate mochas, all day, every day. You know, it was fast food for lunch almost every day, fast food Friday, Saturday nights, going out to dinner every Friday, Saturday night. I did a lot of cooking throughout the week for dinners. It wasn't healthy dinners. It was not healthy stuff. I had a very, very poor diet. And when I made the switch, I think it was hard when I made the switch, and maybe it was good I did all the different diets before going to counting calories and then to now to Weight Watchers, because it was just a transition over, you know, a very long transition. It took me from 2013 till the end of till like the summer fall of 15 to really get to be that disciplined. So it took a while. It really did. And I think, though, doing it in baby steps, you know, cutting out the Cokes and the Dr. Peppers and the, you know, those kind of things out first. All the soda, getting all the soda out first. That was the first thing I did, replacing it with water. Then when I switched to the coffee, switching to non-fat and sugar-free in my coffee. That was like the second thing. Then, you know, taking out all the chips and the junk food and things like that. I mean, those were all the things I cut out first. So just take baby steps. You know, give yourself a goal every week. What am I going to cut out this week? What am I going to add in this week? Poetic Dovenla, sorry. Would you show us before pics? Need more puppy screen time. He's so adorable. So my puppy is right there sleeping. Can't really see him. Like I said, he had his shots yesterday and he's just been sleeping pretty much the last couple days. I don't have a lot of before pics. I will try to put some up right here. They're the ones that I showed in my update video. I will link, my update video will be linked down below for you to, and I did have some pictures on there, but whatever pictures I can find, I will put them up here. So Heartfelt Dream asks, is your family doing Weight Watchers with you? If they aren't, have you noticed that your healthier options are having a positive influence on their food choices? So at home now, I have me, my husband, and his youngest son, and my youngest son. So the boys, my youngest will eat what I'm eating. He did start doing it. Last summer, he was feeling really uncomfortable with how he looked. He had nicknames, but they were nice nicknames. I mean, it's like they called him like Cheeky because he has these chubby cheeks, and doesn't anymore, but he did. And I think that kind of made him self-conscious, and so he did want to go on Weight Watchers. So he did, and he didn't like, he wasn't old enough, you know, to do Weight Watchers, but he just basically ate how I ate. And over the course of the summer, he lost like 45 pounds. Go figure, right? 3 months, teenage boy, boom, done. All baby fat gone. Now he just continues to eat that way, but he is a teenage boy. So, you know, during lunch at school, they go get coffee sometimes. They go to the pizza place. They go, you know, I mean, he's not restricting himself to the point to where he's only doing that, eating, you know, Weight Watchers, but he does eat what I eat for dinner. My stepson will sometimes also eat what I'm eating for dinner. He's not as big on the vegetables, which is fine. I mean, he'll learn as he eats them. But I don't want to force it on him by any means. So if it's something I know he'll like to eat, then he'll eat it. My husband's a different story. Main reason is he is allergic to poultry, so he cannot eat chicken or turkey. I do have to do a different food for him. Plus he is a southern boy, so he does like his southern cooking. So he's, you know, he's 52 years old. I am not going to tell him how he needs to eat. I try to tell him how he needs to eat, but I am not going to do that, and I will make him things that he wants to eat. So I do have to cook 2 meals, which is one of the reasons why I do a lot of meal prep, and I try to make it to where I'm not spending a lot of time cooking the meals. But yes, I think it has definitely had a positive influence on their food choices as far as the kids go. So stay tuned for part 2 of my Q&A.